Hello everyone, welcome to Redline Collectibles. I wanted to share with you a 1982 edition of the collector's book. This is a very interesting trip down memory lane with the Hot Wheels manufactured toys. What this catalog does is it takes you from 1982 backwards into, of course, the 1968 when the magic started, right, from the Mattel Toy Company. So, without further ado, let's walk down memory lane together. I thought this would be very fun for you to see the castings and the memories of the Mattel Toy Company, both in a Hawthorne, California, Malaysia manufacturing plants. Of course, you recognize many of these beautiful cars and their timelessness actually from yesteryear. This book will be available for sale if anyone's interested in it, starting in 1981 now, in the beauty. Just go ahead and get a hold of me. Make sure that you leave a return address or way of me getting a hold of you back. And either that or it's going to go for sale. It will be a buy it now coming up in the next week or two, as we're going to wind down a bunch of really unusual, in fact, you get a little taste of it here, some of these carded beauties that will be available through a buy it now type of auction. Actually, it's going to be an auction, but it's going to be a buy it now. And that'll be likely on a Saturday. I talked to the administrator over at Redline Collectibles, the Facebook site, and I was given permission to probably run cars, carded, loose, on a Saturday. So that'll be coming up. I'll advertise it, and be sure that you go to that, because with a buy it now, it's basically the first person that types in BIN, meaning buy it now, for the respective dollar amount that I'll be calling out. You will be the new owner of that particular toy or toys. Heading into 1979, 1978. You know what's cool about this catalog, and just as I kind of bring it forward here, is the artwork, the beautiful artwork. Look at how they did the checkerboard with the blue and white alternative colors for the background on those particular cars. Many of these we've seen over the years and have had the opportunity to have them in an auction. It's a great reference. Here we start 1977, of course, with the end of the Redline era. Of course, the black walls were in the transition at that time. And you can see some of those starting right now. You can see the high-tail hauler there is a Redline. Of course, the letter getter, Baja Bruiser, Backwoods Bomb, all the Stalker, the Funny Money. And now we go into the Redline era. The end of the show. But what's cool about it is we're going backwards. So, yeah, we can relive all the fun and excitement we had when we went to our favorite Five and Dime, or, the local outlet for toys. Mine was Kmart, actually. That's where I got most of mine. How about you? Where did you find your Hot Wheels back in the day? Was it a Ben Franklin, Woolworths, Shopko? Gosh, there's Grants, so many. Sears, Pennies. What legends, huh? Some really tough ones too. Some ones you just don't see that often. Maybe they were made specifically in less quantities to make them a little bit harder to find down the line. I'm not sure what the factors were from a business standpoint at Mattel. But yeah, like this Volkswagen there, number 7620 with the stripes. And then it eventually changed to the actual insect, the bug on top. The collector's tip on 1974, it says, the Hot Wheels Road King dump truck is quite rare. It was available as part of a construction set only. Yep, sure enough, that is one tough amigo right there, the Road King. Wow. The Rash 1, very tough. There's the Volkswagen with the bug on top. Of course, the Winnipeg, tough to find clean. Lots and lots of these are just, you know, relics that I don't know if we were all thinking at the time how rare they were going to become, since they're only made one and done. Lots and lots of these one and done, right? Superfine turbine, Sweet 16. Oh yeah, Street Snorter, of course. The after the Mighty Maverick, no wing on the back there. Again, continuing on our 73 journey. Enamels, wow. And also the 1973 Shell promotions, right? When you went to the store and got your fill up of gas, your parents paid 69 cents, or maybe it was a, you know, thrown in, it was in a baggie. The collector's tip from 1972, of course, the last of the era of the Spectre Flame. And it says in the early 70s, there was a racer called the Whipped Creamer. Hot Wheels number 6457. It had working turbine fins, blow on the back, and they turned. Yep. $1971. Look at those beauts. Look at a Harry Hauler in almost looks like a purple. Very tough car in that color. Sugar Caddy and copper. Tough nug right there. Look at the Eva Weevil with no roundels on it. And then the heavyweights were 1971. Fun stuff there. Of course, 71 is when the very rare, not produced that often, the Olds 442. The Mustang Boss Hoss. Bifocal. Beautiful cars. 1970, we're getting towards the end here. What a group. You know what's cool about this catalog too is how crispy a condition that it's in. Let me know if you're interested. I'll get it shipped to you. All the cars, everything's going to be available as I buy it now. What a lineup in 1970, huh guys? Wow, man, just the spoilers. Of course, the club cars came out at that time. The heavy Chevy, the Mustang Boss Hoss, and the King Cuda. 1969. White interior here on the Lotus turbine. Tough interior. Same with the Brabham there with the white interior and the Indy Eagle. Wow. 1969 at the end there. Concept cars, of course. The Turbo Fire, Torero, right? Beautiful rigs. And then when it all started, right? The original, the custom Camaro. Just, you know, it takes your breath away how beautiful these cars are and how they remain so valuable today. The balance of the 16s. Extremely rare and collectible. And then the Hot Wheels steering rigs. Again, this is a beautiful catalog. Super crispy. Play sets. Loop and shoot stunt. Crisscross and crash. Flying Bronco. Now you wonder why some of these toys you find nowadays are all dented up. Yep, you're encouraged to play with your toys, right? No doubt about it. Anyway, there you go, guys. The collector book, 1982. Again, very crispy, super clean. Along with that, I'm also going to have a Matchbox collector catalog from 1979, 1980. Again, super crispy, very cool artwork on this one as well. And this one's loaded. This thing is like pages. How many pages in this one? Like 70, 77, 78, 79, 80 pages, guys. And you know what? If you're interested in this one, again, the artwork, just can't beat it. All the memories. And then the different play sets, of course, at the time, the Lesney Matchbox Company were going head-to-head with the boys in Hawthorne and in Hong Kong at Mattel to capture your nickels, quarters, and dimes back in the day, right? I didn't realize they had the Riverside 500 and the Le Mans 300. Walt Disney, Super Kings, more Super. I don't think I've ever seen a U-Haul. I've never seen the U-Haul truck. That one has escaped me, as well as the Avis. More Super Kings. The Battle Kings. Wow, man. Cool stuff. I never see those. For whatever reason, I never see Battle Kings. Of course, the yesteryear, models of yesteryear. Got a couple of those boats. A great hobby for young and old. 1953 to 1978. Wow. And it went on until the Matchbox company was sold to, or was acquired by the Mattel Toy Company. Another crispy catalog. And then the last one in this group is a Corgi. The Corgi is only a couple of pages. It isn't really a long catalog, but it this is the finest range of die-cast scale models in the world. Man, cool artwork. Again, I just can't get over the beauty of what they had going on. Oh, it's a quad fold. You know, the racers. Just look at these guys, man. What a trip down memory lane. Cool set. Corgi, 1976. Again, all catalogs are crispy. And then we're going to have some of these. And there's some limited versions here of these cars. You got a color shifter on that Camaro. Got some Thunderbats. Tomar's Price Guide. Special edition. 1998. Limited edition, steady two-door. Only 7,000 worldwide. Pretty cool in this one too. 1993. Any hoots? Thought I would show you those. Do like, subscribe, and share the channel. Thank you so much for supporting Redline Collectibles. If you have any interest in any of these toys here, let me know, and I'll be happy to work with you. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.